Pat Boone, born Charles Eugene Pat Boone on June 1st, 1934, in Jacksonville, Florida, grew up in Nashville, Tennessee during a transformative era in American music. From childhood, Boone displayed a combination of charm, musical intuition, and strong moral grounding that would define his public persona. Surrounded by a shifting cultural landscape, he absorbed the sounds of emerging artists while cultivating a style of his own. Friends and family recognized a natural ability to connect with audiences through both his voice and presence, foreshadowing a career that would blend talent with integrity and warmth. Rise to stardom. Boone's ascent began in the 1950s, a period of explosive change as rock and roll reshaped American culture. Unlike many of his peers, Boone fused the energetic rhythms of the era with a clean-cut, family-friendly style. Talent competitions and early television appearances showcased his calm confidence, drawing attention from record executives. This exposure led to hit singles that quickly propelled him into the national spotlight. Boone's renditions of rhythm and blues songs, while sometimes controversial for their adaptations, cemented his status as a top-selling artist, appealing to a broad audience seeking wholesome, uplifting entertainment during a rapidly changing decade. Chart-topping success. By the late 1950s and early 1960s, Boone was a household name. Songs like Ain't That a Shame, Love Letters in the Sand, April Love, and Moody River captured the era's romantic innocence. His gentle melodies, paired with a sincere boy-next-door persona, won the hearts of both young and adult audiences. Boone's popularity even rivaled that of Elvis Presley, positioning him as a leading figure in the industry. His music offered emotional escapism and comfort to millions, demonstrating the power of his wholesome approach. Through chart-topping success, Boone established himself as an artist whose appeal transcended generations, blending accessibility with sincerity. Hollywood and acting. Career. Beyond music, Boone found success in Hollywood. Films such as Bernardine, April Love, State Fair, and Journey to the Center of the Earth showcased his natural charisma and acting ability. Boone's presence embodied decency and optimism, qualities valued by studios and audiences alike. His film work helped shape the family-friendly aesthetic of the 1950s and early 1960s. While his performances often highlighted his musical talents, they also revealed versatility, allowing Boone to navigate between light romance, adventure, and musical comedy. Hollywood offered him another platform to extend his influence, bridging music and film in a way few artists of the era could achieve. Faith and personal values. Boone's career was deeply intertwined with his Christian faith. He deliberately aligned his work with moral principles, often choosing projects, recording songs, and authoring books that reflected his convictions. Over time, Boone became a prominent faith-based figure in entertainment, delivering inspirational messages and maintaining public integrity. Fame, for him, was not merely applause, but a platform to uplift others. He demonstrated that success and morality could coexist in show business. This commitment to faith and family contributed to his longevity in the industry, allowing him to remain relevant across decades while preserving a reputation rooted in authenticity and personal ethics. Diversifying film projects. In the 1960s, Boone embraced eclectic film projects that showcased his flexibility. The Horror of It All, 1963, a Gothic spoof filmed in England, allowed him to explore campy comedy and horror tropes. He followed this with Never Put It in Writing, 1964, a lighthearted Irish comedy, blending situational humor with cultural charm. Boone's third Fox film, Goodbye, Charlie, 1964, paired him with stars Debbie Reynolds and Tony Curtis, reinforcing his ability to navigate big-budget productions. These choices reflected a deliberate willingness to step outside his clean-cut image, exploring farce, comedy, and adventure, while demonstrating adaptability and a readiness to expand his creative repertoire internationally. Epic and faith-based films. Boone continued to diversify with roles in grand productions and faith-driven narratives. In The Greatest Story Ever Told, 1965, he joined a massive ensemble cast in a biblical epic, aligning with his personal religious values. Later, The Perils of Pauline, 1967, allowed him to engage in comedic adventure, though originally intended as a television pilot. Boone's most notable later role came in The Craw and the Switchblade, 1970, portraying a minister working with gang members. This faith-centered drama highlighted Boone's compassion and moral focus, resonating with audiences invested in socially and spiritually conscious storytelling and cementing his late career contributions as both artistically and ethically significant. Marriage and family life. In 1953, Boone married Shirley Lee Foley, daughter of country legends Red Foley and Judy Martin. Their union blended musical heritage, faith, and shared values. The couple raised 4 daughters, Cheryl, Linda, Deborah, and Laura, nurturing creativity, musical talent, and strong family bonds. Their home became known for music-filled evenings, warmth, and stability, contrasting with the chaos often associated with Hollywood families. Boone balanced career demands with devotion to family, creating a model of public success intertwined with private commitment. Together, Pat and Shirley exemplified an enduring partnership rooted in love, faith, and the shared joy of raising a close-knit, musically inclined household. Shirley Boone's humanitarian legacy. Shirley Boone contributed significantly beyond entertainment, founding a Christian hunger relief ministry that later evolved into the globally recognized organization Mercy Corps. Her efforts provided life-saving aid and long-term support for millions worldwide. Shirley's dedication reflected her deep compassion and spiritual commitment, leaving a humanitarian legacy that paralleled Boone's moral-centered career. Her work emphasized service and outreach, demonstrating that influence could extend beyond fame to tangible global impact. Shirley passed away in 2019 at age 84, leaving behind a profound legacy of love, faith, and dedication, reinforcing the Boone family's lasting significance both in culture and humanitarian work. Reflections at age 91. At 91, Boone remains engaged, reflecting on a life spanning the birth of rock and roll, cinematic ventures, and decades of musical evolution. He recalls friendships, rivalries, and lessons learned, including insights about Roy Orbison. Boone admired Orbison's haunting ballads and dedication to craft, noting the contrast between their public personas. Despite rumors of tension, Boone emphasizes respect and admiration, highlighting Orbison's humility and sensitivity. These reflections underscore the depth of Boone's personal and professional relationships and demonstrate his enduring commitment to truthfully honoring the musicians and experiences that shaped his generation while offering a nuanced perspective on fame and artistry. Friendship with Roy Orbison. Boone describes Orbison as a quietly brilliant artist whose talent and insecurities coexisted. Behind sunglasses and precise stage presence, Orbison battled pressure and self-expectation. Boone recalls moments of vulnerability backstage, observing Orbison deeply engaged with his music, channeling emotion into every performance. The two shared mutual respect rather than competition, finding common ground in the challenges of fame. Boone's long-held admiration reveals a personal bond often unseen by fans. He shares Orbison's fears of being forgotten, reflecting on how even great artists confront doubt. Boone's account highlights the humanity behind a legendary figure, painting Orbison as a soulful, dedicated creator. Legacy and responsibility. Boone views his current reflections as part of his responsibility to preserve musical history. At an advanced age, he feels compelled to tell the truth about friendships, rivalries, and the realities of the industry. Boone's storytelling emphasizes the humanity behind legendary figures, ensuring fans understand the people behind the music. His respect for Orbison demonstrates a commitment to honesty and tribute rather than gossip or sensationalism. Boone sees legacy not merely in charts or accolades, but in remembering the artistry and character of those who influenced a generation. Through this lens, he preserves cultural memory with clarity and warmth. Conclusion: a life of integrity. Pat Boone's life reflects a blend of talent, faith, and integrity rarely matched in entertainment. From early musical promise to Hollywood roles, family devotion, and public service, he has maintained a balance between personal values and professional success. His reflections on Roy Orbison and other contemporaries demonstrate insight, empathy, and dedication to truth. Even at 91, Boone continues to engage with audiences, sharing lessons learned and stories preserved over decades. His legacy is one of decency, creativity, and moral courage, illustrating how a career can honor both artistry and humanity while leaving a lasting mark on music, film, and the hearts of fans worldwide.